Alrighty lads, kicking off episode number 14 of the 1GP flipping series. Now I chucked in a few offers last night before I went to bed, but I didn't record it because it was late and I didn't want to wake the whole house up. But we managed to get a few gilded boots coming through here. The rest of the stuff didn't come through, so we don't need to care about that at all. But we'll see how much of a margin we can get on these gilded boots. So it looks like we're getting about 100k margin on each pair of these, so only 400k overnight. I mean, we've got 20 eclectic implings, but I don't think we're going to make too much on those. Let's just chuck them in for mid-price. Now, we have 72 mil to play with throughout the day, and like I said in the last episode, I'm able to flip while I stream now, so I imagine we're going to make a decent amount of coin throughout the day today, so let's see how we go. So, I got a comment on my last flipping video from this random dude, Wild Mudkip or something like that. He said the videos would be so much better if I flipped a nature talisman. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. But while we're on the topic of flipping things, I just love the fact that I can now buy my entire Grand Exchange limit of anguishes in one go. It's brilliant. I love it. Alright guys, so something went wrong with the audio file for this clip, so I'm having to talk over it afterwards, but this night that I was flipping, I decided that the Rev Cave items that the monsters dropped were really crashing hard, but a lot of them were bound by alch values, so if they were to ever nerf it, they would shoot back up. So I decided to invest in some onyx bolt tips and some black dragon leather. Alrighty lads, it is the next morning, and as you can see, a lot of the stuff has come through. None of the eclectic impling jars, unfortunately. However, we did get all of the nature talismans, black dragon leather, and onyx bolt tips. Now, I've already checked the margins here. We're going to be able to chuck these black dragon leathers in for 3050. So, we're making about a 23 GP profit on each of these. 230k or so, and the onyx bolt tips we're only making a 22 GP margin on, so not exactly what we were hoping for, but you know what, shit happens, we'll chuck them in there. As for these nature talismans, we're going to go ahead and chuck them in for 850 GP, and we're just going to leave these in throughout the day to sell off. Actually, let's make it 800 GP. Leave them in throughout the day, and I'm actually going to purchase some more because these things actually have a fucking decent margin on them. It's pretty incredible. We can currently get them for 450. Alright, not too long later guys, and everything has sold off. We're starting to get a few more nature talismans as well. Worst comes to worst, they're going to sell off for 600, but we'll leave them in for 800 because they do get up there very occasionally. I'm talking like once a day they'll get up to that point, but 5.5 there. What's this, 800 there or so, and 89.2, so we're looking at like 95 mil so far. Not too bad at all. Gonna keep flipping throughout the day, and hopefully end the day with 100 mil. Well, lads, we have had an absolute fucking field day today. 98 million GP in the inventory. We found some incredible margins today. I didn't record it because I was streaming, but we were getting 350k on torches and anguishes, and we managed to flip all of them. We made like 3.2 mil in the space of 5 minutes. It was incredible. So 98 million GP in the inventory. Let's go ahead and chuck in our overnight flips. See what we can get going. Alright, there is not a whole lot going on GE Tracker tonight at all. So we're going to have to smash most of our cash stack on these third age plate legs. That is around 2 mil under its mid price. Hopefully we wake up and we've snagged one and we can get a decent margin on it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and chuck in off of a 10 of these Zamorak Dragonhide sets. And we're going to go ahead and chuck the rest of our money into Wines of Zami. They're trading well below their mid-price at the moment, and there we go. I tell you what guys, it is really difficult to find items that are trading under their mid-price or on their mid-price at the moment, considering the fact that there's so many coins coming into the game and the economy is inflating so hard due to the Rev Caves. It's very difficult to find items to flip at the moment. Alright boys, it is the next morning, and we haven't really managed to come by much. Actually, you know what? When I say that, we got pretty much everything. It just doesn't seem like a lot. These third age plate legs, no good. We did manage to get 8 Zamorak Dragonhide sets though, which is, I guess, pretty nice. and all of these wines of Zammy. So let's go ahead and see what we can sell all these off for. So it looks like we're going to break even on these wines of Zamorak and sell them back for exactly what we bought them for. Fantastic. That's exactly what we like to see. However, these Zamorak Dragonhide sets, we're going to make about 55k a pop on these bad boys, which is pretty nice. 400k profit overnight. Obviously not our best effort, but can't really complain. I'll take it. Obviously, we're going to be flipping throughout the day, and got a good feeling we're going to end today on that elusive 100 million GP mark. Alright boys, it is the end of the night. All of the Zamorak D-hides sold off. We had to sell them for the price we bought them for in the end because they just weren't selling off at all. We're at 98.887 mil. Not too bad. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to chuck in our overnight flips. However, the Revenant Caves were just hot fixed, their loots have been tampered with, and that means anything that they drop is going to be on the rise over the next couple days. So I'm going to go ahead and get as much of this shit as I possibly can. Alright, it's not even been a minute and all of the U-logs are starting to come through, so I'm going to go ahead and chuck in an offer for a bunch more of those. Let's maybe try and get 100,000 in total, so we're chucking another 80k. Addy bars only dropped about 100 GP since revs came out, but that's 100 GP that we could make. Let's chuck it off for 2050. Let's go ahead and get 10k of these bad boys. Lore runes, we're going for about 220 before the rev cave update. Chucking an offer for 100k of these. Black dragon hides have dropped over 300 GP. Looks as though everyone's starting to sell off their Revenant Cave loot tabs, which is fucking fantastic for me, boys, because everyone's going to spam sell it. I've got low offers in, and then they're all going to shoot back up when less of them are coming into the game. Brilliant. And lastly, we're going to have a look at some mahogany planks. These bad boys have dropped to over 150 GP since the Revenant Cave update. So I'll chuck these in for 2050 as well. I should only be able to get a couple thousand of these. That will do us. We'll leave them in overnight, obviously, and see what we manage to come back to in the morning. Hopefully we come back to a whole lot of crap, and it's all worth way more than what we bought it for. Let's go. Just realized I totally forgot about one of the most important items that we need to be purchasing right now. That is the Revenant Ether. Now that there's going to be next to no people inside the Revenant Caves, there's going to be less Revenant Ether coming into the game. However, people are still going to be out there trying to kill the revs because they are still reasonable money per hour. Which means there's going to be less coming into the game, more people are going to need them. It's time to buy up. I'm going to chuck in an offer for 75 GP because I feel like a lot of people are going to go ahead and try and dump them overnight. Gee, I hope we get a lot of these. Alright lads, it is the next morning and a lot of stuff has come through. We're going to go ahead and click collect here. And looks like we've hit our buy limit on pretty much everything, which is a little bit annoying. I am going to go ahead and leave all the stuff in. Double check that I have hit my buy limits. Maybe they've already started rising after I hit the first limit. Okay, there we go. So they have started rising after I hit the first limit. We only managed to get 11k of these, and we're now looking at a 14 GP profit. So only 140k there. Let's try and get an Addy bar. So we managed to get 10k of Addy bars. They've actually dropped a little bit, so we're going to hold on to these because they eventually will go back up again. Lore runes have already risen 10 GP. Revenant Ether has already gone up to 85 GP, so that's a 10 GP margin there as well. And let's have a look at Black Dragon Hides. 2916, so 56 GP margin on Black Dragon Hides already. Now, I'm not going to be selling these off. What I am going to do is go ahead and chuck them in for the prices that I want them to sell for, which is going to be 310 for U-logs, 2150 for Addy bars, 200 GP for Lore runes, 3.1k for Black Dragon Hides, and 110 GP each for the Revenant Ether. Now, if we go ahead and do some quick math, we started this flipping with 98.8 mil, and if everything sells off the way we're expecting it to sell off, we will have 104 mil. So a profit of 5 million GP just from all the Revenant Cave drops. And I reckon give them a day and they will be back up here. So I'm going to go stream now, and then after the stream, I'm going to suss out where they're sitting and what we could potentially sell them for. Alright guys, I am just about to hit bed, and nothing has sold off. Not even a single one. But to be fair, I do have them pretty high up in the Grand Exchange. So what I'm going to do now is go to GE Tracker, look at their peak for the day, and we'll sell them off for that. I did have a quick squeeze before at the prices they were at, and they're all relatively going up. Not a huge amount, but they're going up a decent amount from what we bought them for, and we should be able to make some profit for sure. So we bought these laws at 170. We're going to be selling them off for 185. So 15 GP profit on 12k. Looking at about 180k profit there. Not too bad. And same deal with the U logs. About a 15 GP profit on these 12k. So 360k there. Going to be making 90 GP on these Black Dragon hides, so 900k profit. Oh my god, did they just instantly sell? No. That's not happening. They instantly sold for 2950. Let's buy one. Alright, we'll put them in for 2963. And hopefully we make a little bit more on those. I mean, we definitely will. Addy bars, it looked this morning like we were going to lose some money on them, but they've gone back up. Should make about 200k on these now. Okay, turns out we made 370k on them, and they sold instantly, so that's always nice. Now we bought 30,000 Revenant Ether, and it looks like the price is still shooting up. Price is around 93 at the moment. I'm going to chuck it in for 95, so it looks like we'll make a 20 GP margin on these, so 600k in total. Now the reason I'm chucking all these offers in now instead of waiting for them to go up is because I could make more money having all this money on me rather than leaving it in Grand Exchange offers. So we could wait an extra couple days and make an extra mil or two, but in that time I could use that money to flip items and make more than a couple of mil. So fingers crossed this all sells off overnight, and tomorrow morning we click that collect button and this says 100 mil. Alright guys, once again I fucked up the audio for this clip and I just don't have it anymore, but as you can see, everything did sell off overnight, and we click that collect button, and bada bing, bada boom, we're over 100 mil. Alright lads, we're going to chuck in some overnight flips now. It's only like 4 PM where I am, but heading out for the night. I'm not going to be back until tomorrow morning, so we're going to put our overnight flips in early. Hopefully we'll get some stuff coming through and nothing crashes because we're not on for a day, but you know what? Let's have a crack. Alright, we're going to chuck in an offer for a couple of Saradomin's tiers. Apparently there's about a 200k margin on these bad boys right now. Let's go with 4. Arcane Prayer Scrolls, we'll go ahead and chuck in a couple of those as well. These guys have about 175k margin. Let's just go with 3 of these. Mummy's Legs are trading 200k below their mid price, so we'll go ahead and chuck in 5 of those. Let's take a look at the high volume items now. Alright, we're going to try and snag a few of these Cadentine potions for a little bit cheaper than what they're actively trading at right now. We'll chuck in 10k of those. And Addy bars, I'm still expecting them to get on the rise, so I'm going to chuck them in for the mid price. We'll try and snag 10k of these as well, and hopefully by the time we come back tomorrow, they have risen a decent amount. I think that's going to do it for today. Let's go. Alright guys, it is the next morning and we have a lot of stuff coming through here. We're going to go ahead and click collect and cancel these offers, and then we're going to go ahead and see what we can manage to get for all of this stuff. So we bought these Addy bars for 2,050 each, and now they're going for 2,076. So we're looking at about a 260k profit on all these. Looks like the margin has closed down a little bit on these Arcane Prayer Scrolls, so we're only making about 25k each on them. Not the best. Well, these Saradomin's tiers for 6,300 each, and they are still at 6,300. So we're going to go ahead and chuck them back in for what we bought them for. And it looks like we're going to make about 47k on these Mummy's Legs. Go ahead and leave them in for a little bit and hopefully everything sells off. Not the most amount of profit at all. No! Right as we're going to end the video, I have to buy another bond. I don't know if we're going to be over 100 mil still. Oh, please. Please still be over 100 mil. Wow, bonds are cheap right now. Alright guys, that is where we're going to have to wrap up this episode. Chucked the last Saradomin's tier back in for 6,292,130, which if we examine this cash stack is exactly what we need for the 100 mil. So we will be ending today's episode on 100 mil, which is absolutely nuts. But like I said, that is going to wrap it up. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We put out a new video every single day. I will see you guys in the next video tomorrow. Take it easy.